to speak about muzzling the councillors and not allowing councillors to speak. I was at a public meeting with my peers, other taxpayers, with Graham, with his consultants, and it was a public meeting where you, Mr. Mayor, did not allow council to answer our questions. It is true, and Mr. Jones at that time said that he had been in office for 20 years and it was the first time he was muzzled. And Mr. Jones and Jack were the only two that spoke. You did not allow the other 10 councillors to speak to the public. Do you not recall that public meeting? Because it is on record.
I recall.
And there's a tape. Do you recall that meeting where you did not allow them to answer our questions?
So
It's a yes or no.
I recall the meeting.
Thank you.
And here's where I want to correct you.
No. It's a yes or no.
No. I recall the meeting, and I'm sorry, I'm going to explain it. I do recall the meeting, and I did not stop members of council from answering. Can I just explain it? Yeah, you know, and that's part of the difficulty, that I don't mind a dialogue, but it's got to be a dialogue. But I do remember the meeting, and here's where I'm going to correct you. I did not stop any member of council from answering your question. That night was a public information meeting, I believe, on the site plan and the parking and the traffic. And it was meant to provide information to the public. And we had consultants there. People did get up. It was a very small group that night. And had Regional Councillor Jones been asked a question from you or anyone else, wouldn't have been a problem. I kind of laugh about it because I looked at my calendar the other day. It was just a few days. We were having our city celebration on July the 1st, and I had to get up to the office to finish off on a number of things. I was there till 2 in the morning. And so my purpose, it wasn't to cut off Jim. The last guy on council that should be accusing me of muzzling him is Regional Councillor Jones. I've supported so many of his projects and coming out to meetings and letting him present ideas. And I tell you what, part of the reason we have this arena before us is because Jim was involved in putting together a whole Markham Live proposal for Markham Centre, which always showed an NHL-size arena. And you know why I say it's a joke when he says I'm trying to muzzle him? He has been very clear that he's against the arena. Do you know what my colleagues on council said? No, just a second, Jim.
Arena, I'm against the financial framework.
Okay.
Graham came, the first time I met Graham, he indicated he had tons of money, and I figured that Graham and Rudy would be paying for it. I didn't ever think that we would be in for half.
Let me just finish. And then the last person, just a second.
Not allow council to speak.
All I'm saying is,
there's two sides to every story, and you did not allow them to speak.
members of council.
End of story.
No, it isn't end of
That's
story.
what happened. Yes, it
I
is.
appointed Jim Jones to the subcommittee. I wanted him to be a part of the process. So for someone to accuse.
Anything else other than the public meeting,
Well, I'm just saying.
where you did not allow council to speak to the public. End of story.
It was a
okay?
public information
That's
meeting.
right.
We were there to give the public
And you
information.
would not allow
And
him
he's
to
on the
speak. You
committee.
shut down Mr. Lai, which I believe is here this evening. Mr. Lai, are you here? Joe?